What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to take a look at eBay because we've been talking a lot about TCG Player sales in these videos, and TCG Player is fine. I think it's important to look at these listings and see what's happening. And again, I normally say that TCG Player is kind of like a week or two ahead of the overall market in terms of value. Normally, that's not always the case, but for some slower moving products and sets and games, etc., it kind of seems to be the case that way more often than not. But on eBay, a lot of stuff's been going on in the One Piece space, and we're going to take a look at some auctions, and I think maybe even a couple buy it nows that have ended over the past week or so, because some of these price jumps are quite significant, especially for One Piece in such a short period of time. So we're going to start this off, and again, you can see basically everything I'm filtering over $500 Canadian. So a little less than 400 USD, like 380 USD essentially. North American sales, completed sold listings, and brand new. But we'll take a look at some cards after as well, because I think that is important. But first up, we had a one-piece Romance Dawn blue bottom sell for $1,525 today, on bid with 41 bids. And I think the thing that's most ridiculous about this blue bottom sale is the fact that a couple days prior, because this happened today, April 13th, I'm recording this at like 7 p.m. PST, couple days ago on April 11th, we had a blue bottom sell for $1,300, buy it now, with an acrylic case. So $225 less, plus you got an acrylic case. And then a couple days before that, on April 8th, so 3 days before that, $1,100 USD for a blue bottom. So in the course of essentially a week, this box has gone from $1,100 on eBay to $1,525, again, before shipping and tax. Now, it's entirely possible that this first listing is kind of just like an outlier, and we'll see the box drop back down into that $1,300 range. But I really don't know if we're going to see this box drop down to $1,100 again anytime soon. I think there's just so many people getting into the game right now that a lot of these boxes, especially, I mean, like Romance Dawn Blue Bottom, it's your base set from Pokemon, essentially, right? Like, that's the equivalent. People are going to be buying this up, especially if they're getting into the game. Outside of Romance Dawn, actually one more from Romance Dawn, I lied. There was a case of white bottom boxes, not blue bottom, but white bottom sealed case, sold for $5,200 USD, $7,200 Canadian. 34 bids on this as well, which is a good sign. And that ended April 6th, so a little over a week ago, or no, about a week ago, right on the nose, right? 7 days. Math is difficult sometimes, so $5,200 there. I think that comes out to like $430 a box, something like that, pre-tax. And then we also had a case of OPO9. This happened a little over a week ago, but I wanted to throw this in here and talk about April 8th, actually less than a week ago. Sorry, guys. Math is difficult, you know, like I really just can't add sometimes. But I want to talk about this because this person paid $2,250 for a sealed case of OPO9, and this is a clear overpay, right? And for some of you guys, and I've made videos talking about if you're getting into One Piece and you have the funds, buy sealed cases. And I think some people turn to eBay to get sealed cases just because they don't know when they're buying from a store if they will get a sealed case. Guys, I recommend always just pick up the phone and call the store and ask them if they have enough in stock to give you a sealed case, essentially. Like, if they have 20 boxes in stock, are 12 of those still in the sealed original box? Normally, that's the case, but you can always just ask, right? It takes a second to pick up the phone and call. That's how I got both of my cases, one from Taps Games, which I think is in Edmonton, and the other one from HPW, which I think is also based in Edmonton, or maybe Taps Games is in Calgary. But either way, both of them, I phoned or just messaged them, and they were able to confirm that I would get a case if I ordered 12. So that's the way to go. Don't go to eBay right away. If you can't find a store that has enough for case quantity, that's maybe when you turn to the secondary market, but definitely don't overpay if there still are a lot of stores that have OPO9 in stock and they have enough to give you a case. Now, with that said, a lot of stores are selling out of OPO9. Hobbiesville actually they have no more. No boxes left. All of them at 220 Canadian are gone, and they actually only have 37 boxes of 2 Legends left in stock, and then they have a massive wave 2, I guess, of OP10 still up, 378 boxes. People really aren't super into OP10, I think, and on top of that, already doing a wave 2 just seems kind of bizarre to me, but whatever. A couple sales on TCG Player that I wanted to touch on too, because I think this is important. And then we'll look at some cards, because there's been some massive auctions. Paramount War, recent sales 220 consistently over the past couple days. Great sign. Same thing with Pillars of Strength. Today you had sales at 220 as well. Awakening of the New Era, you had a sale today at $245. Also one at 210. So I mean it averages out, but you are starting to see some sales push that 240, 250 range. And then Romance Dawn, I think you had a sale too around 460 at 459. That would be presumably for a white bottom box. And then finally, OP09, we're not seeing any increase in price, but you are seeing a large amount of sell through still on the booster boxes. So there's going to come a point where there are not that many boxes left on the market, and that's when we're going to see this box start to push into the 180s, 190s, $200 range. And guys, before we look at some of these auctions on cards, I just wanted to jump in here and say 77.8% of you aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you're getting some value out of this content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like on the video, share with a friend. Thank you so much if you support the channel. I really do appreciate you guys. And that's all I'm going to say. We'll move into the first auction. And these were all, again, over $500 Canadian, so about 380, 390 USD, North American completed listings. And I put the used tag just because I didn't want booster boxes to filter through this. So we're going to look at 5 of these. The first one, the Gold Roger OP09 manga card. This sold for $4,086 USD, about $5,700 Canadian, 38 bids. This came directly from PSA, and I believe this did end today. Yes, like not too long ago. So over $4,000 in a PSA 10. Next up, we have the Trafalgar Law PSA 10 from OP10. And yeah, pretty cool card. Not my favorite, but this sold for $780 USD. And to round this out, we're going to look at a couple Luffy cards. This is from OP09 PSA 10 manga, sold for $1,075. This was today as well. And then another Luffy PSA 10, same set, same card, $1,225 USD, 45 bids. And this ended today. I guess I don't have to scroll up. It's right here. Ended today, April 13th as well. And then finally, the last auction card. I know it's Japanese, but this is from OP05, the stamped Ichiro Oda card, Luffy. Again, like it really is a great combination of things going for it. You have the stamp from the creator of One Piece, Luffy, probably the most popular character, a PSA 10. I think this is the type of card that collectors are going to want in the future. I know it's Japanese. Again, I would always recommend the English versions of everything. I just think you're going to hit a wider market long term. But you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think. I think it's a really good sign that there are this many cards selling on a daily basis over, you know, $300, $400, $500 USD, and you even have some insane cards going over $1,000, like the Gold Roger. I mean, that was over $4,000, and then you have the Luffy's in here sitting right around $1,000, and a lot of other ones too. You can go down the list, the Zoro card, and it's interesting to me too. You have Tag in here, you have some PSA. You have some BGS black labels as well. So it's really all over the place in terms of grading companies. I think that's a really good sign for the hobby. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for supporting the channel. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. We're just getting started. So if you're here for the long run, I really do appreciate you guys. I'm going to go order a Domino's pizza now and then enjoy the rest of my night. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.